But then technically it wouldn't be defamation per se, because... Oh, good. There you are. So I read that issue about Big Barda and Superman with the weird tape.
Where's the movie episode?
Movie episode?
The podcast episode about the new Superman movie. Where is it?
I have no idea what you're talking about. The one about the new Superman movie that gave us hope in comic book films again?
Welcome back to the Panel Pals. We're your co-hosts. I'm MNStash.
And I'm SkullRyan.
And today is a very special recording day. Do you know why, my good...
I do indeed, mate. So, finally, after all these years, we've once again been gifted from the stars a good Superman movie.
It's only taken... how many years?
Well, it was the 70s, I believe. Was that 50?
78 was my favorite one before this. And I can't tell anymore. Like, 78 does something that I still love more than the new one, but then vice versa.
Yeah.
Holy shit, 2 cakes.
Well, Luthor stole 12 cakes. No, 40. It was 40 cakes. But that's terrible. So,
yeah, we've finally got another good Superman film. It's just taken a while.
DC is back, baby.
Throw the MCU out. Welcome in the
Literally.
DCU.
You've had your time, Marvel, and you squandered it. Get out of here.
Literally, the fact. Do you think they're even taking this seriously with the fact that they got proper competition now?
I don't think Marvel take anything seriously anymore, dude. It's just been... Well, I've not seen the last, 5 movies, to be honest, but I have an act 2. That should be telling enough that I've not wanted to go and watch these movies.
This Superman movie had so much pressure for it. I think, just... It was basically carrying the entire foundation of this new world. And if it flopped horribly, that would have probably marked the end of DC movies for, a while.
Disney would have been buying DC, basically.
No, thank God it didn't turn out like that.
It went absolutely belter, dude. The whole... One of the main things I enjoyed about it was it just threw you right in. Obviously, we know everything about Superman, but even characters that you might not know all about, like Mr. Terrific and the absolute legend that is Metamorpho, they don't bother with origin stories. They go, listen, it's a comic book universe. Just go.
Because I think what these companies need to understand is, general audiences are massive, but the core... viewers will always be those who actually give a shit about the comic book.
Yeah, we care enough to go
those
and
are
read.
The people. Well, those are the people who are going to rewatch these movies time and time again. Once it's all settled.
Yeah,
the general audience
the
won't. Yeah, the actual fans will, and you don't always have to, go over the origins. And it's sad how the Batman and Superman did the skipping over the origin infinitely better than the MCU did with Spider-Man.
Oh, Christ, yeah.
Because here it happens. In both DC films, it happened. Whereas Spider-Man's did Uncle Ben die, or did he just, get the milk?
They changed the story halfway through, didn't they? Yeah, because it's he's already out being Spider-Man because he understands that not using his powers can get people hurt.
Yeah, and then the third film was with great power
he learns the lesson again. Yeah, it's like when May was dying and told him that, he should have went, yeah, I know. But no, he's oh, it's like an epiphany for him. But in Far From Home, there's the monogrammed suitcase, so there was a Ben Parker at some point. It's stupid. But
I hate how
rather than
in the MCU though,
yeah,
just they said this Spidey isn't gonna have an origin story. This isn't this trilogy is gonna be his own. And then Literally, with the third film, they're like, no, actually, it's just one big origin. I'm
It
like,
was
well, you
one
just
big
lied to us.
yeah. Ridiculous, dude. But I don't want to get bogged down talking about the shit I don't like
that's
from
right.
modern Spidey. Because this
How should
film...
we frame this thing? Because this is a pretty big... Do you want to start with the story? Because I do think it was interesting how, like, the trailers showed a lot of scenes, but you didn't know the story. Like, there wasn't the context to them.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, because I wasn't watching every trailer as it come out or nothing. The only thing I remember from the trailers is the scene of Superman punching the glass box out, which is when he's in Luthor's prison. But going in, I realised I had no idea what the plot was even going to be. I just knew it's a Superman film.
Yeah. I watched, like, heaps, like, every trailer, and, like, you had, like, a general, like, sort of sense of who he was going to save, and, like, oh, he's going to fight Ultraman. But you didn't know, like, the actual details of it. And I think, while it was annoying that we saw so many scenes, at least they didn't give away too much of the actual plot.
The context was
Like,
crucial.
the Fantastic Four movie, mate, we basically know everything that's going to happen just from the marketing.
Yeah, true. Because, like, you can tell by Vanessa Kirby's stomach that she's not going to have the baby until Galactus is, like, about to come and get them.
Did you see the other trailer they just released where they tried to bargain with Galactus?
No? Do you actually see Galactus?
You see his eyes in the trailer?
Ah, lame. I wanted the whole thing to be brand new.
But then they even revealed the offer he made.
Oh my god. So it's literally, we know everything about the film then.
Oh, they denied the offer, and then everyone was pissed.
Yeah, you would be on planet Earth, wouldn't you, if it's one kid for...
Like, I mean, Galactus just wanted... Yeah, like... But that's why Superman, I think, although gave away so many of the scenes, at least just didn't give us the context. What did you think of the story?
Honest, was it meant to be a week in the life of Superman? Because it kept cutting to black, and then there'd be like a new day.
We actually have test audiences to blame here.
Oh, I thought it would be them fucking morons again, you know?
Because if you remember the Suicide Squad, the good one, James Gunn did, like, the days of the week.
Is that canon to this? Because Thingy turned up.
I think so, because I think it's like James Gunn's own, like, child, in a sense. So he's like, that's canon too, yeah, fuck it.
Does that mean we're still stuck with Margot Robbie, Harley Quinn?
But at least that means we've got Starro the Conqueror.
Rose, dude. Polka Dot Man died, though, didn't he?
But then, in the Suicide Squad, he had the days of the weeks, like, transitions that were all, like, really creative and stuff. And I'm pretty sure the test audiences didn't like it for the Superman movie, so they had to remove it. And they just went cut to black.
Like, the main one that I noticed, when I started noticing it was happening, was when the Luthor goons unleashed the dragon monster. And then it, like, cuts to black. And then it comes in on the next day and it's huge.
Oh, yeah, that was... Yeah. The one that stuck out to me was... He's like to Lois, when he says, like, I love you, and he's going off to hand himself in. Cuts to black. Next frame is him, getting his head slammed into the ground.
Yeah.
Or even at the, the one that was... It was at the start, where you, like, see Luthor Corp, as the camera zooms out.
Yeah.
And the music's, like, intense and shit like that. Cuts to black, and then the Daily Planet chime begins. I was like, okay, it's a bit jarring.
Yeah, mate.
From like,
why did Luthor have such a tune from his theme song, mate? Holy shit, it was belting. When he fucking steps off the helicopter, you're like, oh shit, these are the villains.
I love when he's like, oh ye of little faith, turns around, puts his hand in the air, like both arms up. And then the fortress just reveals it. So, like, this guy, he aura farmed at every fucking chance he got.
He was fucking ready to go. Even, like, during his... God.
I was gonna say, when the engineer's, like, throwing her blades around. And then one, like, literally It goes like right past his face, and he just
Yeah.
doesn't give a shit.
It was very like, did you ever see Kingsman: The Secret Service?
Not only clips, but
Where like
is it
he's
like
in the
the
church
same?
and it's kicking off. It's a similar thing where like there's one guy who's just strolling in, and it's just kicking off all around him. But
Mate, I
what was I
adore
gonna
this
say?
Lex.
He was fucking bad. As I said to you beforehand, when he was first cast, I thought he had too like soft of a face. But after seeing him in action, and I've only ever seen him in X-Men before because he was Beast.
Oh yeah.
But seeing him in this is like, oh shit, yeah, okay, this is what we need for a new Lex.
Him in the black suit was like the most Lex Luthor I think we've ever gotten. Like when he was talking to the Department of, was it Security or Justice or something? And
Yeah,
he was like displaying his Planet Watch thing, and he was in that all black suit.
yeah.
That it looked
I loved in that
proper
bit.
like Lex.
I loved how we had Ultraman do the lights for him.
Or that random guy was like, that kryptonite thing, and he's like, what's it called? It's
What
called
do you call it?
kryptonite.
It's Kryptonite. That was Frank Grillo. He was in the MCU as well.
Who did he play? Which movie was that?
He was Crossbones in Captain America 2 and 3.
Rick Flag. Yeah.
Yeah, Rick Flag
He
Sr.,
plays.
yeah.
Yeah. He was
Was
decent.
Creature Commandos canon to this?
Yeah, that's actually technically the first proper thing in the DCU was Creature Commandos.
Oh, it was crazy, that did.
But I thought it was fun, that show. It wasn't like his best work, but it was still like an enjoyable thing to like, oh, it was Wednesday. Cool, I get to watch a new episode for 30 minutes or whatever.
I think I'm getting to the point where I could now tell if it's a James Gunn production without being told.
It's
Between
very
this
like
and
he's like the
Guardians,
Quentin Tarantino of like comic book
he
movies.
does have the style. Like Mr. Terrific's fight at the Luthor camp.
Yeah, that's fucking
that was
that's James
super
Gunn.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. But the thing is though, like I love the way that entire fight was one shot as well.
Yeah.
And he just
See,
knows how to
Daredevil,
make
you
a
can
character
do it.
look cool.
That's
the way
blown my mind that Mr. Terrific was one of the coolest characters. Mr. Goddamn Terrific, dude. Like, in, I've only ever seen him in Arrow, and he was shit in Arrow. And then he's walked in here and he's kicked all kinds of ass.
Even the way like one of his spears were like went into his hand and he flew up around the force field.
Yeah, mate, he like caught and got a lift out, got a sick little
so
spin.
Cool. And then I there was only like 2 songs in the entire film, but the 2 he picked were really catchy.
You know what? Speaking of the music, the new Superman theme does get you pumping, doesn't it?
Like some people didn't like the fact that they rehashed like John Williams' theme, but I'm more of the type like, no, it's Superman's theme. Yeah,
it is the theme, dude. Were they moaning when friggin' Homecoming used like the '60s Spider-Man thing in the advert? I've said for years it's so wasteful how like they'll make a movie or a video game and have boss music in it, and then it'll never get used again. Like for example, DC are actually okay with doing this because the theme from Batman from the 80s or 89, yeah, is the animated series theme, so they've kept it. That's good. But then think of all like the sick cartoon theme songs and that never get used ever since the cartoons stopped.
Even like Arkham City has one of the best Batman themes, and it's only been used for Arkham City. Only
ever used for Arkham City, and that's what I mean. They're so wasteful, so I'm all for them reusing shit.
Especially when it's one like John Williams' Superman theme.
Yeah, when it's iconic as well. Exactly.
I do not believe, the people hating on it, that they did not get goosebumps or like had a big smile on their face during the opening when he was flying and did the spin and then the music went like full blast and then the shot goes to his chest or oh mate.
It's telling you Superman is back.
I saw a comment like that saying like this theme and the scene felt like the movie's way of like loudly saying that the Superman we all know is finally returned.
Nice.
I saw a clip of Henry Cavill's and I'm like, I don't understand how people prefer it over this one. I can't remember which one, if it was General Zod or one of the other ones, threw like this gasoline truck at him, and then he leaps over the truck instead of catching it.
Right.
And then the entire building just explodes and he just stands there. It's like, no, Superman, catch the fucking truck. Don't.
I remember seeing as well when Granny's peach tea piss bottle or whatever explodes in BVS, and he's just stood there looking upset instead of like looking for survivors or some shit.
Yeah,
Can I be honest though, dude? I have never actually sat down and watched Man of Steel or Justice League. I only watched BVS because I was thinking, how could this go wrong? It's finally Batman and Superman. Oh my god.
Like, Man of Steel had good visuals, but no matter what, it just didn't understand the character to a certain degree.
I always feel... I know he's a millionaire and he's dead handsome and he could kick my ass if I ever fought him. I always feel bad for Henry Cavill.
Someone said,
let's hope he does get to be Wolverine again.
Someone said to Henry Cavill, like, at a premiere, like, you're my Superman. And he, like, looked away, but he had the biggest smile on his face. And I'm like, oh, the poor bastard.
It keeps going wrong for him, but I genuinely do think he deserves his spotlight. Because The Witcher went shit for him as well, and he bloody loves them books.
I think Kingdom Come Superman with Henry Cavill would be great.
Ooh. In the Arrowverse, Brandon Routh was Kingdom Come Superman.
Yeah, mate, the costume was, like, actually, like, A1.
Yeah, dude.
It's like, see how easy it is to just make it good?
He was also the Atom in that universe. The one who shrinks, but he was more like Iron Man, if I'm honest. So in Crisis on Infinite Earths, they're like, oh, you two look the exact same, and they both go, I don't see it. Literal same fucking dude. Conroy was in that too. That should have been better as well. That sucked.
I hope, following suit with Superman, Batman gets his trunks, but I don't have much hope for that.
I was thinking after watching the film, both of them have a similar message, don't they? Like, if I recall, the Batman end, it starts with him wanting to be out giving vengeance and punishing the guilty. But at the end, he's more interested in helping the innocent. Like, isn't one of the final shots of the Batman him, like, on a roof in the daytime helping refugees from the Riddler's flood?
Yeah, and then she puts her hand on his arm, and then he just sort of comforts her, like, just puts his hand gently on her.
Yeah, while this Superman as well is always trying to find a better way to help people, rather than... Like, the Justice Gang just want to go in and kill this monster before it kills anyone. But Superman wants to help it. He wants to solve the problem nicer. Which is, again,
I love the way he talks, though, man. It's fucking perfect.
The way he what?
It was Superman talks in this.
Oh, this in, like, the first 5 minutes when he gets recharged with solar power and he goes, whoo, golly. I was like, ah. Nice.
No can do for. Gotta get back to the fray. Even when
everybody's like, Crypto, my gosh. Like, he's such a Boy Scout. It's perfect.
What the hey, dude?
Yeah, what the hey?
And even when the giant, like, kaiju monster was getting, like, eye fucked by Guy Gardner and Hawkgirl, he's like, good gosh, there's gotta be a better way to do this.
So, like, idealistic, optimistic, mate.
Did you see the post-credit scenes?
I saw the Crypto one within space, and then I think that one was dead nice. It was just a nice little he's earned it.
It felt more like the movie was, like, I think it was a better choice to do these post-credit scenes because it didn't feel like the movie was incomplete. Like, this feels like It's its own genuine thing without any setup for the next one.
It's just a little bit more for you.
Yeah, that's what I like about it, because now the MCU things just sort of feel like, okay, what's the next one? This was like, no, you got the story, start, and, little bonuses. But in the Mr. Terrific post-credit scene,
Yeah.
he looks at the building, and the building, after they put it together, was uneven.
Yeah.
Like, one half is slightly sticking out. And then he's, like, pointing at it, and then Mr. Terrific's like, what? And he's like, it's just a bit, And then, like, he gets pissed off, Mr. Terrific. He's like, you want me to put it back, like, take it apart and put it back together? He's like, no, it's just... And then he, like, kicks a rock and walks away. And then Superman, is talking to him, so he's like, oh, darn it, I can be such a jerk. I was like, oh...
You've literally done nothing wrong and feel guilty about it.
Even just the darn it, like...
The Ma and Pa were perfect in this, weren't they?
I love the fact they made it so, like Pa is very soft towards Clark.
Yeah.
It was so wholesome to watch. Just that entire scene.
He's a nice guy.
But even the your actions, like that whole speech he gives is fucking perfect. What did you think of Guy Gardner? I was pleasantly surprised and I loved him.
Yeah, mate, he was actually boss. They gave him the bowl cut, which of course they had to.
And Lois
Nathan
says,
Fillion,
that haircut should be against your vows.
And he's like, you what? Kick it off. I thought Green Lantern was pretty good in it. He wasn't my favourite of the Justice Gang, because that's obviously Metamorpho. But I'm glad that they're having fun with Lantern again. Like when he was destroying the tanks and it was all middle fingers, very Guy Gardner.
Even just the way, he saves the kid and he's like, sorry, Superman couldn't make it, but you got an upgrade.
Got an
spits
upgrade.
out the gum.
Even when Superman's like, I was trying to take down the monster without killing it, I wanted to help it. He just goes, don't be such a wuss. But I like how they are.
Superman, he's like, make him move, Big Blue. Like, you could get your ass kicked.
He'd get slaughtered. One of the coolest, Superman moments outside of comics is at the end of the first Injustice, where, Sinestro throws a punch and he just catches it and he's just staring him down as he crushes Sinestro's hand. And you're like, okay, yeah. You're in the shit now, mate.
I love the scene where Hawkgirl was like, that was sick, Guy, he should join the team. And him? No offense, but we wouldn't want that represent the Justice Gang. He's like, the Justice Gang? Oh, that's a cool name. You're in.
Oh, yeah. I'm getting raw shit the whole time. We're not the Justice Gang. It's a lame name.
As soon as Metamorpho liked it, mate, he fucking...
Metamorpho, dude. Yeah, that's all it took. As I was saying to you before, the dude who played Metamorpho, he was in Gotham as Zaz, and he was in The Flash at some point as this serial killer who turned into Mist. But I read, because he's got alopecia, which means he can't really grow hair, he's always been cast as the villain. So he's finally now had a chance to play a hero, because he's obviously... I'm not saying people with alopecia are deformed. I'm saying Metamorpho's deformed. And he's always probably felt himself to be a bit on the strange side. So I think it was heartwarming how this fella's finally got to play a hero who kind of represents part of himself. And Metamorpho just kicks ass anyway, dude. Yeah.
I love the way he, even just... The way they displayed his powers was... You couldn't really ask for much more.
Yeah, dude. He's already just looking. He's one of the most powerful dudes in the universe.
But like when he's like this weird sort of like octopus form, and then he says to Clark that he's weird.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you're so weird. As he's like tentacling out, and he's just been a floating head because he turned his body into acid to kill the bloody.
What are you gonna do?
Luthor
Splash us? Yeah, yeah.
with acid.
I even love the way when he latches onto Superman and he's in this rocket form, and that's like the classic sort of rocket form he goes into, where you can almost see the steel around him.
Yeah, see his thrust there. Yeah, mate.
It's great, man. That fucking scene was incredible too, when Superman's just like looking through the black hole, and it's just from like behind his head.
Yeah.
That's James Gunn though. He knows how to like just he's I think he's so used to it by now that he can easily just make something good.
I think the only one who I wasn't really bothered about was Hawk Girl. She didn't really do a lot.
Yeah, she was the one that like
sassy, and that was it.
She was the one who had the least screen time, I guess.
Yeah, she was kind of just there.
Mr. Terrific, in his short time, he nailed it. Guy Gardner was funny as. Metamorpho had his moment to shine.
Even though she killed the Baravian dictator at the end, you could remove Hawk Girl altogether and not really
you wouldn't notice
anything. If you just have like Mr. Terrific arresting the Baravian dude instead, you wouldn't really need Hawk Girl.
It definitely it felt like that scene was like almost giving her a bone, just because it's like, all right, this is like an important part. You haven't done anything.
They literally done nothing.
It felt one thing I love is that this movie felt very Silver Age to me. You had random heroes showing up. You had giant monsters, fucking black holes with this pocket universe. You know, like it was very much like 1960s random adventures. You had the Superman robots, you know.
The robots, dude. I didn't even know they were, because I've not really watched trailers. I didn't even know they were in it. And then I was like buzzing when he lands at the fortress and Krypto takes him in, and like, oh, Superman.
Even at the end, where he's like, maybe you can give me a name. He's like, Four's a name. Yeah, but so is Gary.
So is Gary.
But then I love how
he calls him Gary.
Yeah, Superman's like so nice.
He's boss.
Did you think Millie Alcock? Her brief stint as Supergirl for this?
A random turn up as Supergirl. I didn't know she'd been cast as Supergirl. I've not seen her in nothing. I think it's funny how, while we're on the topic, she's always off getting pissed on red sun planets because instead of like being a hero and shit. But the key weirdest thing about this movie has got to have been the planet Krypton twist.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to quickly say that with her getting drunk,
yeah,
it's like the opening of the Woman of Tomorrow comic by Tom King.
Yeah,
she I'm pretty sure she gets drunk a lot in that, and that's what her movie's going to be based off. So I think they just went with that route. What I'm confused about is she got drunk on a red sun planet. I would just assume that the yellow sun would then not make her drunk anymore by the time she lands.
She's risking a lot as well, going and getting pissed on a planet where she won't have superpowers. Like,
and then
what's a Supergirl villain? What if,
like, even in issue 1, she's pissed and she forgets it's like the red sun planet, and she does like cop an arrow for the chest.
Mental, dude. Oh God, I hope they're more careful with adapting modern stuff then, because the MCU adapts modern stuff and that's gone to shit. So the fact that they're basing a Supergirl movie off a Tom King book, a bit too modern for my liking.
Do you think it's because she doesn't have many iconic standalone things, and that's considered her best.
Maybe.
I've read the first 3 issues. I mean, like, people rave about it, but I just think it's good, but I haven't felt that sort of same, like, oh, this is incredible yet, which I hope changes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Considering I fucking bought it, so
Yeah.
But I mean, I really hope it's a fake message, like altered or something.
Yeah, I can't see Supergirl from the comics coming in and like calling him bitch and that. And it's very, I don't know. I know I keep complaining about the MCU, but again, it seems more like they've took a named character and just gave her a completely different personality than what she's normally presented with.
Because I don't know if she interacts with Cal in the comic, but I would still assume that she'd be nice to her cousin.
Yeah, because in this, she literally comes and she's like, "Thanks, bitch. Watch my dog, bitch." Oh fuck no. But yeah, the Krypton, I keep saying it wrong. The planet Krypton actually being full of dictators who want.
Saying like Marlon Brando. Marlon Brando would say it like that, and I was like, I guess you can't tell Marlon Brando it's not pronounced Krypton.
It's got to have been Lex's bullshit, but the engineer was so like chuffed when she found it, as if they had finally found that dirt on him. And then Mr. Terrific being like, "No, I know those linguists. They wouldn't lie." It was very like, why have you done that?
I don't know if this is me coping so much. If Lex altered the clip and still altered it to be like in Kryptonese,
yeah,
wouldn't that technically mean that everyone would validate it if it was altered within the same language?
Absolutely, yeah. You're right.
I hope.
Because if he's going, "Ooh, look at what Superman's dad said," and then it's the footage already altered, but altered perfectly, which Lex friggin' Luthor would do, wouldn't he? I'm hoping they do reveal it was either bullshit, because why is Supergirl, if it is indeed the same situation as the comics where Supergirl was a teenager on Krypton, and then time dilation in space made her land when Clark was already grown up, wouldn't she have mentioned at some point, they wanted you to take over the planet, don't you? Why did you keep saving people?
And she would have had the same beliefs instilled into her?
Yeah. And I know people would be like, well, maybe that's why she's off getting drunk, because she remembers the horrors of what Krypton was. That's a bit lame, though.
Because, like, she'd remember the horrors, but then she would have been indoctrinated within that culture anyway.
Exactly,
so
yeah.
She would have just done it.
She'd definitely be like, "Clark, why'd you keep saving these insects instead of like starting your harem and that? What's going on?"
I love the way Lex was like manipulating the news with it. He's like, we don't know how far his harem has spread.
Yeah.
I'm scared. Okay, I'll admit it. I'm scared.
I'm scared of his harem. I'm scared.
When you like watching it again, I laughed at that one scene, which you wouldn't like suspect to be funny when you first watch it because you don't know later on. You know when they're like, "Look at the optics! Like Superman's just too popular," and then Lex goes like, "Oh, not according to chatter online every day. Like he's really going down," and then just knowing that that's just all him. But that's literally just his fucking monkeys just typing. He's like, "Oh, well, according to." It's the most shameless man in Metropolis. It's insane.
He's just so petty. It's so great. It's his ultimate character trait. That bit at the end, when it's all crumbled and he's about to run into his teleporter, but like he stops for a second, looks out the window, and then he starts sprinting because he's so like, "Oh shit!" And then Superman busts in. Did the crypto jump scare get you?
He like started throwing Lex around.
About, yeah. He's like, Superman's telling him off. And he comes out of nowhere. Yeah.
Because it reminded me of like when Hulk grabbed Loki.
Oh, I thought the same thing, dude.
But one thing I love is when is in that same scene. His like forearms probably broken from everything, and then the guy's like, Lex, look. He's like, oh Lex. He's like, what? Look. And then they like on the TV it was the exposing of him, and then Superman's just like arms crossed, staring like handsomely at Lex, and then Lex just sort of
handsomely,
and then like Lex just like crumbles and starts to cry, and like the fucking hatred in his face was like, oh, it was insane.
He's gonna be back. Oh, dude, Suicide Squad being half canon, half not. Will that be why they say they're sending Luthor right to Bel Rev?
Xerxes and Bel Rev too?
Oh, shit.
From after Creature Commandos?
Oh.
So there'll be Lex Luthor and...
That was Enchantress. Go on.
So them two will be there? You can form like Legion of Doom soon?
Who else could potentially... Who survived Suicide Squad? Harley Quinn.
No,
Bloodsport.
We're not having Harley in the Legion of Doom.
No, we do not want Harley, mate. That's what I mean. It's a weird half reboot. If Suicide Squad's canon,
what Joker then?
That means surely they're not going to use Jared Leto again.
I think that was weird how like James Gunn. It's definitely just because he made it. He's like, well, actually, I wanted to sort of be a part of it.
Defo.
But
it means we got more Waller. I'm so sick of Amanda Waller.
The fact that she's like had such a major presence near the end of the old DCU is baffling to me. She was meant to be like, all I remembered her before she got popular was she was just annoying and she'd appear like briefly in Justice League.
Yeah, she was like the random. Nowadays she's like evil Nick Fury, but back in the day she was more like she was building up to defy the League legally. Like in Justice League, she's kind of like the government top, she's like in charge of the anti-Justice League defense in the government. In the cartoon I'm referring to here.
The good one, yeah.
But now, she sends this Task Force X into the Watchtower and they do get some files for Cadmus. But Cadmus ends up being the main threat.
Yeah, I just think she overstayed her welcome for me. Like, she shouldn't be such a major,
Exactly. Yeah, I get you.
Person in the DCU. Like, you can have her be important, but just I don't think she needs that much screen time. Because realistically, who wants more Amanda Waller screen time?
Literally, dude. So, on that topic, what were your thoughts on the engineer? Because as good as she was, I don't see why we couldn't have just had Metallo.
You could have had like Metallo and Mercy or something, just more Superman characters.
Yeah.
I thought the fight scenes were cool.
It was gross when she was like forcing it down his throat.
I like when she in the fortress did like a handstand and then her body like swaps like
that was disgusting. Her head like nanited into her.
Yeah, like her head, like her hands went to feet went to arms, whatever the fuck.
Oh yeah, deadbeat.
And then, what were you like thinking when Superman was covered and then he just started to fly upwards? Because originally I thought he was trying to go like so high into the air and like into space that the nanites would freeze, so then he could easily break them off.
I thought it was either going to be that or he's flying like close to the sun so they all burn off. But then the villain's caught up and because he's Superman, he's like, right, I can't do that now because that'll kill him. So he kind of changes his plot.
Then he just fucking... I love that was like the thing would just go straight down. Did
she
you
kind
like
of
the big
shielded him as
reveal?
well. Saw it coming.
I mean, it is Ultraman at the end of the day.
when his mask
It's
went-
like,
Yeah. It was rather obvious, like, it was going to be. But I wanted him more deformed. Like, it's like
I was saying
he
before,
made.
he's probably going to end up being like Bizarro.
Yeah, I'm open. If he comes back, I'm open he's as Bizarro. Because as he didn't say anything himself, he just kind of stared and was he was like a puppet of Luthor.
It's like I always have to like hold back a tiny bit of laughter when Superman like throws him into that oncoming thing, and then all you see is Ultraman go like, "No!"
Yeah, like dude, punch through it. I didn't think Superman was particularly weak in this. I've seen a lot of people saying how like they've powered him down, but he still, tanks dinosaur hits and all that like super stuff
I
we're
generally
used to.
think that a lot of people are like, they already made up their minds before the film was coming out,
Yeah, absolutely.
and they just wanted to hate because like Lex Luthor literally says like, Ultraman's stupid, but he makes up in strength, and he even says he's stronger than you, and then makes a point that brains beats brawns. So he's stronger than Superman, while Lex Luthor is controlling him.
Yeah, so he's got brain and brawn, mate.
Exactly. And then so like he lost like one fight basically against the hammer of Bravia, and that was Ultraman in disguise. So
that scene was sick, dude.
But he just lost to himself basically. It's not really, I don't understand it.
It's a stalemate, isn't it?
Not to mention, he was like, still poisoned by kryptonite. He escaped a black hole with just his breath.
Whoa.
While being weakened. So like he's one of the strongest Supermans we've ever seen on screen.
So I'm wondering why everyone was saying they made him dead weak. It's literally just complaining to complain. He kicked ass.
If anyone can escape a black hole by breathing, that's pretty powerful. Is that why he was filling his teeth afterwards? Because he had to like exert every ounce of air.
Ooh.
I was trying to figure out why he was holding his jaw.
Must have been, yeah. Must just nearly blown it off.
You were so weird, man. Did you like Baby Joey as a Metamorphan?
Yeah, mate. Second I saw him, I was like, oh, here we go. We're getting out of here.
Lex had Baby Joey, he had Metamorpho, he had ex-girlfriends, people who were mean to him online.
The pettiness just emanates from Luthor.
Do you think it's also... I like the way that with the guy that, how he plays Russian roulette. He helps Superman, and they literally, within a second, got his face scanned. Like, oh, we know his name.
You see him do it, yeah. So he's got him for later. Oh.
The payoff was crazy.
Yeah, and then at the very end, he's in the newspaper. It's like the real hero of Metropolis.
I can't believe it only lasted 2 rounds.
Oh, no.
Did you like Mr. Handsome? That white alien that would drive Lex around?
What the hell was that? Was it a white Martian or what?
No, I think it's
Creep
just
me
one
the
of
hell
his
out.
like creations.
Oh.
He named him Mr. Handsome.
Terrified.
Did you have?
What did you think of Jimmy?
I think this is the most accurate Jimmy Olsen we've gotten.
Yeah, he literally was Superman's pal through and through here, dude.
He was pulling everyone, even the random ladies of the night.
Random prosies, yeah.
So like, That's why, like, it didn't register at first when in the contacts her name was Mutant Toes. Because you don't
Yeah.
know who he was texting, you just saw the name.
And then when she rings, you're like, oh shit.
I do think, like, I'm just so happy that he got casted as Jimmy.
He does look the part, then he makes all the casting, to be fair, was pretty incredible. Like, everyone embodied their roles spot on.
I thought I wasn't really sure about Perry White because I didn't know the actor and they changed it from the comics. But I think it was Wendell Price or Pierce. I like the way that he sort of captured Perry White, and just even the "don't call me" like when he yelled at Jimmy saying like "don't call me Chief," I couldn't help but smile. Like that's like I've read that line so many fucking times in a comic book.
When the whole, like, everyone's evacuating the planet, but Perry and Lois are, like, sat in the middle calmly discussing, like, what's really going on.
And then they go on the ship and then they take Steve. He's like, why don't I have a belt?
Oh, yeah. Why don't I have a seat? Steve, dude, from All-Star being the clown in All-Star to this. But he was giving Clark shit as well, wasn't he? It's that mum and dad. Have they cooked up any roadkill recently? This dude's my new favourite.
Did you like Cat Grant's short appearance?
Very much so.
They cut out like one of her lines.
What bit? Where she's talking to Lois and Lois is watching the telly behind her.
Yeah, when Lois says like he's strange.
Yeah.
Cat Grant in one of the trailers goes like, "Oh, I like Strange." I'm like, why would you cut that out for?
Oh, they chopped it, dude.
This movie
She didn't
had a
do
fair
a
bit
lot,
of things
but I am glad she was there.
I actually do like the way that this, unlike Man of Steel, this Daily Planet genuinely felt like the Daily Planet. It was so nice to just finally have a movie go like, alright, this looks like the one you've seen from the animated series. We got Lois, Clark, Steve, Jimmy, Cat Grant. It's like, fucking finally.
Yeah, mate.
I need
felt
a
like
spin-off show of this,
real...
like just the Daily Planet cast.
We're getting a Jimmy one, aren't we?
We might be.
There's talks of a Jimmy spin-off.
Is that when they're gonna bring in Darkseid, as in like Jimmy Olsen?
Mate, just like back in the day, Kirby would be crying. I think these spin-offs are getting a bit out of hand, mate. It's okay when we have, Peacemaker and the Penguin getting their own shows. But now they've made a movie about the guy who picks up crypto's shit. What?
I would have honestly preferred a Daily Planet show.
Yeah, mate. You could have all them.
Like, frame it like The Office.
Have you ever read Gotham Central about the GCPD?
No, I haven't, no.
It's presented kind of like a police procedural, but there's also Batman. Like, halfway through an issue, Batman will turn up with some intel, and they'll be like, oh shit, let's ride. It was like CSI or something, but with every now and then Batman will pop in. They could do like a series about the Daily Planet where you don't ever actually see like Clark and Superman in the same room, but no one ever says anything about it. It would be boss, like a show from their point of view.
You don't even have to show Superman in action. Just show Clark leaving, and then have him just come back. And they're like, well, he's a great guy.
Huh. And Superman said that. Yeah, I was interviewing him. He's a nice guy.
When like Jimmy's like he kicks Superman's ass, he's like, "What? Well, he didn't completely kick Superman's ass."
That when you said before about aura farming, dude, when the Hammer of Baravia returns and then he's just taken off his armor as he's like walking through portals, and then he's back at LexCorp as the theme's blasting. You're like, oh fucking hell!
The one thing I love though about this Superman's aura farming is that
Yeah.
it's natural and he's not intending to aura farm. Like Henry Cavill would aura farm as what a conversation. As a courtroom of people just
Yeah.
exploded.
He looks mildly upset.
This Superman, like when he lifts the building and the woman drives off.
Yeah.
He's
Oh
not
shit,
trying
dude,
to
that was
look cool.
boss.
He's literally just checking to see if she's safe.
Yeah.
But as a result of it, it's one of the coolest scenes in the entire movie.
100%.
I fucking love just the way the music swells, and then you see him emerging from. Oh my
Yeah, all the dust, and you're like, oh shit, there he is.
It's you can't beat that. Like you just, I love when he just beats Ultraman, and then he stands up straight, and it's like slow motion, and the cape's like in the air, and then the Raptors like all rush in and they're like kill him. And like good luck with that. Fucking beams upwards, punches the guy in the face.
That bit was cool as hell. Like,
camera.
having just nearly died fighting like his evil clone, he then gets back up and he's still so with it that he just laser beams all the raptors down non-lethally.
He took down like 100 people in a minute,
mate. And I think one of them was voiced by is it Michael Rosenbaum? He was Lex in Smallville.
Raptors was, yeah.
And yeah. Sick dude.
That's probably my two favorite Lexes is Smallville Lex and this Lex.
Yeah. Smallville
Gene
Lex
Hackman's...
was the Flash in the DCAU as well, wasn't he?
Jesus Christ. Was it actually?
Which is why they...
Oh my god!
Yeah.
How did I not see that? Oh, hear that?
That brain swap episode where he's like, at least I can finally figure out who the Flash is. I have no idea who this is.
Oh my god, wait, I can't believe you don't understand that, like, you know that feeling when something just unlocks in your brain?
Yeah.
Holy shit, how did I never, like, put that together? I always thought, like, oh, that's such a good Flash voice. And then each time, like, that's such a good Lex voice and actor.
Yeah.
It makes all the sense.
Incredible. What would you want to see in a sequel, then? If you,
Brainiac.
If Gunn came to you.
Brainiac. Oh. Could you imagine? I saw one idea where it was like Brainiac attacks, and then Lex Luthor is forced to work with Superman.
Ooh.
And then, of course, Lex would take all the credit, which then would lead directly into the third film when Lex becomes president.
Oh, shit, dude.
But I really just want to see Brainiac or like Parasite, to be honest.
I've always seen Brainiac as more of a Justice League level threat. Like, he should be on, like,
massive.
Darkseid's level. Like, when he turns up, you all think, oh, shit. Like, fucking team up. We've got to stop this. Because he's too, like... He's, like, the smartest being in the universe.
Parasite for me.
I'd like Parasite. But, as I said to you before, it's the perfect time to do world's finest. We've got one Batman movie that was dead good. We've got one Superman movie that was dead good. And I know you say Matt Reeves doesn't want to do it, but it makes sense to push these two together now while we can.
It's also
we
like...
introduce Batman.
I think as a more of a world and business choice, it's the safest option because if you don't go with the merge, then you're risking another Batman failing. Where it's like, people love Robert Pattinson. It's a safe bet just to go, they're now apart together. I just think, like, if you say to to Reeves, your world is still intact. This is like, we won't affect, what you want to do here, you can do. But he's going to team up with other characters. Because in comics, like, every comic is different and unique. Not every city looks the same. It would be just like the comics, with how Gotham is, like, completely different from Metropolis, like Star City. Or it would be also, someone asked James Gunn about Superman 2.
Yeah.
And then he said, define Superman 2. So we might be getting like a world's finest before the sequel.
Oh. It's the perfect time. As we said, if they instead brought in a different Batman just for this, people might not latch on, people might want Robert instead. WB have always famously not wanted like two consecutive versions of the same character at the same time. Like, when Batman the Animated Series finished, and they did The Batman, and I think Kevin Conroy's Batman was still appearing in Justice League, but every other time... Oh, here's an example for you, actually. The cartoon The Batman couldn't use Scarecrow or Ra's al Ghul because Batman Begins was using it. Yeah, because he was in Batman Begins, weren't they, the pair of them?
And the movie reduced Scarecrow to like a joke?
Yeah, exactly. So WB have famously went on record saying they don't want more than one version in the general public's mind's eye at once. So, okay, then take the Batman we like and put it with the Superman we liked. And print money, you mugs.
It's... The only thing that I would be confused at how they would fix it would be the Brave and the Bold film is going to have like a huge Bat family, I'm guessing. Like, Nightwing would be established. Robin, probably Damian might be there.
Christ.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, so they'd have to like restructure that film if they went with Robert. But I do think overall, I'd rather Robert have the movie restructured to fit him than, you know, going with a new Batman.
Absolutely. It's been...
Just give him Nightwing.
I thought it was longer. It's been about 3 years, hasn't it, since The Batman?
Yeah.
It's been 4 years now.
We've got to wait another couple of years now.
Yeah, because they've only just finished the bloody script for the sequel. Because they're doing some shit with Clayface instead of just giving us more friggin' Batman.
The Clayface one, which was interesting, I believe was originally intended for Matt Reeves' universe.
Yeah.
But then now it's like a part of the new DCU. So like they did the merge for that film, which is interesting. But honestly, I'm kind of excited for the Clayface film because it's going to be like a body horror. And the writer for it loves the animated series Clayface.
Oh, that's a good call.
I guess
it's a good sign.
Whenever a writer says like, "I love the animated series," I'm like, "Oh, okay."
That seems to be what Gunn's going for. Good. Seems to be what Gunn's going for as well in this.
Metropolis looked like a bit of the animated series, but then other times like a generic city.
And what blew my mind, you could actually see. Like it was bright. Whoa. Not used to being able to... Remember we were watching Daredevil and we were like, is that him there? I don't know, it's too dark.
And then they also, it was crazy to see heroes actually save people for once.
Yeah. That scene where he saves, like, the dog, then the little girl, squirrel. Then the squirrel. It's like,
the lady running. When he saves the lady, he's like, deep, slow breaths, ma'am. Like, you'll be
he
fine.
Stops to, like you said with the car as well, he stops to check everything's okay before moving on.
When the kaiju, shoot out fire breath.
Yeah.
And then Superman, blocks it, turns around, and he goes, everyone okay? And then everyone's like, yeah. And then he smiles at them. Like, they go, yeah, we're right. He just looks at them and starts smiling.
He's
turns
checking
around,
on him, yeah, mate.
Hey, buddy, eyes up here, and then flies up. How cool is the cannonball?
Yeah.
That was, destroy the poor monster's brain. So you won't kill, but you're fine with traumatic brain injury. There was There was the Simon Stagg Easter egg.
Yeah.
There was.
You got to briefly see Sapphire Stag, which I wasn't expecting.
But it was weird because they're in a rundown like apartment, so I'm not sure. Like, did Stag did Stag bin her off and so like, no, you're dating that freak. Get away from me.
If I can compare it to a completely unrelated film, the Metamorpho Sapphire Stag situations always reminded me a bit of Shrek and Fiona from Shrek 2, where the dad does not want this freak with his daughter, but she's just too in love with him to the point where she will mug the dad off to be with Rex.
I always thought it was more of a like with them two, where Simon wouldn't give up on her and would always like force his way.
Maybe like
still be there.
I'm hoping we get a Metamorpho movie at some point. Like, but maybe because she's just had the baby, they're on the run because he wouldn't accept his grandson or something.
Oh, that is a fair point. I love that even just
Joey
the way he was like
young.
when he walks away with Joey in the night.
Oh, it looked creepy as hell. It looked like something from like X-Files or something, didn't it?
And then you're like, oh fuck, that's it? Like a Metamorpho?
Oh, and then he returns, mate, joins the gang.
The steel hammer breaks the tank.
Seeing him friendly with Guy Gardner threw me because there's a issue of Justice League International, or it might have been Justice League Europe, where he's fighting with Guy. I think it might have been over Baby Joey or something. And he knows Guy's going to use his ring to try and stop him, so he turns himself into gold and punches Guy. And then Metamorpho says, he's like, if he hadn't used his ring, if he would have just punched me, I'd have lost because gold's a soft metal. But because he used his Green Lantern ring and gold is obviously yellow, he's like pointing out how Guy's thick. If he'd have known not to use his ring and to just punch him, he would have won.
In a way, they had that like beef for 2 seconds just because he was insulting him, but then Metamorpho just couldn't care less.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that's a cool name.
I guess because he's been called a freak probably so often he just doesn't care anymore.
Yeah. And as we're seeing, Guy's willing to go like toe-to-toe with Superman over nothing.
Seriously gonna do if like Superman was like, you know what, yeah, I have a secret harem, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, what would you do, Guy? It's weird how Luthor mentions how he hates all the metahumans. I wonder how he feels about Guy Gardner, because he's without the ring, he's just a human. But at the same time, he's been recruited by aliens to do basically what Superman does.
Alien!
So it's a bit of a half and half. Alien.
Mate, when he says it at the end, that was like pure fucking hatred.
Yeah. I'm very excited to see what becomes of this universe. And I hope we get more, as we've done. Don't waste time with Origins, just jump us in, dude. If people want to know the Origins, they can go and Google it or go to the library after the film. Throw us right in.
That's like we were saying before, like that was one of the best parts about this film. One of the most rewarding parts as a comic fan is the fact that it's just like it feels like you're picking up a random comic and you're just diving in.
For example, in my hand currently, I am holding Justice League America 26 from May 1989. And leafing through the first few pages, I've already seen Guy Gardner, Blue Beetle, Fire, The Huntress, Batman. It's literally, you've hit the nail on the head there, dude. It's like picking up. It's like when people are like, where do I start with this character? And like issue 1 of 2016, and then you've already got Superman, Supergirl, Superdog, The Crew.
What did you think of Krypto?
good source of comedy. Like when he was just not behaving.
I think you're right in that. I think there was one scene too many of it.
When you say crypto, though, to me, I imagine like a Labrador or something.
He's meant
Like
to
a
be,
big
but
dog.
because the
Yeah.
dog was based off James Gunn's
Yeah.
dog.
So he's like a little
Even
whatever he was.
behavioral wise, it was also based off James Gunn's dog.
I think it was funny how Luthor's plot come apart because of a dog instead of like he's like brain beats broad and then a dog, not known for being the smartest of creatures, comes in and does it Ultraman.
It's like I think I would have personally, if I was to remove one like dumb crypto scene of him being, stupid.
Yeah.
It would be when he licks baby Joey.
Oh yeah, because it just kind of wasted time, didn't it?
Yeah, because like you already established the fact that he can't really pull them out without like if Crypto tried to pull them all out, it would be most likely he would have got taken with them as well.
Yeah.
And then like not even 5 minutes earlier, you had when he frees Crypto and he's like Crypto,
Yeah.
and then he just jumps on Superman. Like you just had that. You don't.
Yeah, we've seen him battering him. Yeah.
You don't need to
I
put
do
it like
think
so
though.
close together.
I did enjoy how even though, well, the scene where he's talking with Lois highlights perfectly what's so good about this Superman. He goes out, he willingly hands himself in, not because everyone thinks he's going to take over the world, but because he needs to find where they've took this poor, scared dog.
A good dog, but he's
Yeah.
out. He's alone.
Like, he's
Probably
not even a
scared.
good dog. Yeah, yeah. And because he's such a good guy in general, Superman, he's like, no, I'm going to do it so I can find the dog.
And then just for me, we got like 3 main scenes of Superman and Lois. Basically, you had
What
the
did you
opening.
think of the... Yeah, go on. I'll ask it in a
You
minute.
had opening, middle, with the when he says "I love you," and then you had the kiss at the
Yeah.
end. I think each scene, like I love each scene they had together, but the kiss at the end, minus the joke, because I thought the joke was even a bit unnecessary. Rides like, how long do you think they've been hooking up? The only saving grace about that joke was the fact that they let the scene breathe just enough so it didn't completely ruin it.
Yeah.
Because I think that kiss scene is like genuinely, what's like maybe magical's the word. Like it felt like it felt like a splash page in a comic book.
Yeah.
I just
At
love the
the...
way even the cape was going around.
You know, in the apartment where they come home and they reveal, oh yeah, she knows he's Superman, and they were just doing it for like Jimmy's benefit. And the kissing on the kitchen counter, I was like, I feel so bad for this actress's husband because there is raw genuine. That wasn't acting, that dude.
Even like the fact that David's married too with a child.
It was. It didn't look like acting to me, mate. It looked genuine. Oh shit!
Literally.
What about the scenes at Kent Farm where like she sees his childhood room for the first time, because it's the first time she's meeting Ma and Pa in it as well.
I love Ma and Pa, and I just love.
Oh, they were great.
I love even when she sees the Mighty Crabjoys poster.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, that's good.
it's like, that he is.
Even just mate, when she's like, I question everything and everyone, and then she's like, you look at everyone and think they're beautiful, and then Superman says like, maybe that's the real punk rock. I'm like, oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, he's not ashamed of being a nice guy.
And then to end the movie with like punk rocker at the end, I was like, fuck me.
Oh, yeah.
Like you like James Gunn nailed that.
I forgot what I was going to
stuck
ask.
In my head.
I just keep going back to Luthor's theme.
You were thinking about Lois?
Oh, I think it was. No, I've lost it. I think I said what I wanted to say about Lois in the. I do like how she wasn't just the girlfriend; she went and got shit done herself.
And she properly felt like Lois too.
She had reason. I keep bringing up the MCU. She had reason to be there, unlike Zendaya and Ned in No Way Home, where they're just there because it's funny. Lois,
but also
had to be there.
But also, the difference was she's there in the fight, but she's actually a spectator. Whereas, like, the MCU just can't help themselves but get them involved somehow. Like, Mr. Terrific just puts a force field around her, and she watches everything. If this was the MCU, there wouldn't be a force field, and she'd be stumbling her way through the fight, and maybe somehow even get a hit on someone.
Yeah,
or just
take one down.
Yeah, like how that in the Shang-Chi film when the woman shoots the dragon, and like, for fuck's sake, come on.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you don't need to have their friends be the heroes. It's just a bit. That's why I like that Lois was there, but she wasn't a civilian stealing the spotlight off the heroes.
She didn't save the. Well, she does save the hero, but not through.
Even when she's with
punching the
Mr.
baddie.
Terrific and the in the Pocket universe, she's literally just standing there. She's not actually getting involved, and I think that's so much better than actually having Lois somehow doing some sort of hero shit.
She done her part by getting Terrific involved.
It's just
going to the league or the gang. Why the?
When Zendaya was and Ned on the bridge, on the Statue of Liberty, interacting with Dr. fucking Strange.
Oh, what a mess.
And then, it's just stupid. Or the worst one was Lonnie in the latest Spidey cartoon. Where they all of a sudden have the teamwork ability of people who've been fighting alongside each other for 10 years straight.
Oh, from the new shit.
Yeah, casually they're in perfect sync. I'm like, what the fuck? Come on.
Tombstone and Spider-Man beat up the Scorpion.
Tombstone
Imagine going back in time to even to just the 90s and going, oh yeah, there's a new cartoon where Tombstone teams up with Spider-Man to beat up the Scorpion. Ridiculous.
Did you like Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane?
I did.
She gave off the animated series vibe to me.
Yeah, that's my only point of reference, other than the odd comic here and there with Lois. Anyway, as I said, I only saw BVS, and I don't remember her doing much except telling him to get the spear or whatever from the water.
This may be a nitpick and unimportant. I liked her outfits for the most part. I just thought that one outfit she wore looked stupid when she went to the Hall of Justice. Because, the actual fit was fine. Her pants were just too high up. You could see, it looked weird. She was wearing, the loafers, the socks, but then you could literally see her, skin on the leg. Because her pants were, so high up.
Oh, no, right.
All you had to do was just, get better fitting pants, and it would have been fine. But I just thought this, she looked weird in that whole scene.
I spent that whole scene looking at Hawk Girl, so I can't speak on that. But
did you see the mural?
Yeah. God, Jay Garrick and the JSA dude. I'm not sure if Doc Fate was on there, but he must have been, surely. Was Johnny Thunder?
In costume.
Do you know who Johnny Thunder is?
I think I know him from
He's so stupid. He
Lego game?
He has a magic genie that goes around with him, and that's his superpower, being friends with this genie. It's so shit. But how come, if they're called the Justice Gang, why do the logos clearly say JL?
It's because they're going to be like this Justice Society, aren't they? Is that what they're going for?
They're trying to be the JSA, but it's also kind of like, as I mentioned before, the Giffen and DeMatteis Justice League, because Maxwell Lord funds them. Lord was in it briefly because he calls Luthor a loser or something when he's exposed.
He's like, the one thing conservatives and liberals can finally agree on is that Lex Luthor sucks.
Yeah, but like, Lord started off as like a questionable businessman, but he does genuinely have like good intentions in reforming the Justice League after they'd crumbled for whatever reason. But then they made him evil later.
I actually hope that he stays good. Like
he should have in the comics. It was a bit of a shit story. It was more just to make Wonder Woman like look more bloodthirsty or whatever when she snaps his neck.
Also, just because I have a bad feeling that if they get rid of the Lord sponsor, Mr. Terrific for some reason just wouldn't look like Mr. Terrific anymore. I have like that bad feeling that that's what would happen. Like when they give us the classic costume and they're like, alright, you had that. Yeah. Now it's our turn to make it shit.
Standard.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm scared of. I'm scared if they just get rid of it.
He had probably my favourite line in the film as well, Mr. Terrific. When the guy's like, I can help you shut down the portal. I don't need your help. I'm the goddamn Mr. Terrific. Mr.
Terrific.
Clearly, like, nicking Batman's reference.
But even, like, the way he shoves him out of the way, he puts his hand on his face.
On his face, yeah, knocks him. I don't need your help. I'm the goddamn Mr. Terrific.
Even when the thing's starting to occur, the world's being split. Can you stop it? Can I stop it? He's just like, what the
how dare you?
I do like how he even just calls them out, like, you morons. This is why you don't make a pocket universe.
The garage door scene as well, that was funny. The Lois is like, so you have a spaceship, but you can't get a faster door. He's like, I've not worked on it yet.
Even liked how he was saying how intuitive the thing is and easy to fly.
Crypto won't get off it. Have we got like an idea of what's coming up in this new Gunn DC universe? Obviously Supergirl, but is that next?
Peacemaker's coming up, I think, as well.
I've not seen the rest of
another season. I think that's actually the next thing coming out for the DCU.
Because normally, maybe we've just been spoiled by Marvel, given like the full slate every year or whatever. But
I think
I'm not sure if we can expect.
I hope it's not confirmed because it would be very sad. The Sergeant Rock movie got canned.
Ooh.
I think it got cancelled. If it got
was that Gunn as well then? Because
I don't know if it was Gunn, but I just think it's sad that like I would have actually liked to have seen a Sergeant Rock film. So we got
is he the dude with the Creature Commandos, or is that?
No, he was
Marvel?
It's like the Howling Commandos.
Yeah,
like the DC equivalent.
Let me Google Creature Commandos then, because was that Marvel or was that DC?
That's DC. That was the first DCU thing.
Oh,
so for
no,
movies,
yeah. Oh, I got confused. I thought Creature Commandos was like the Howling Commandos, but was monsters. But yeah, I forgot that is indeed the James Gunn cartoon. Okay.
There should be a Teen Titans movie as well in the works.
Ooh.
I just hope that it's like the 80s team, you know, Or just do the classic show. It's the one everyone knows, and it's a fine team. It's basically just the 80s. It's just
But would you
it's
keep
just
Kid Flash and
missing.
Wonder Girl this time?
Pardon?
Would you keep Kid Flash and Wonder Girl this time? Because they got mugged off in the cartoon.
That's the thing though.
When you
Like,
read,
I feel like I don't know if Wally's like outgrown it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, I feel
But
like
the
Wally is so big for like he's such an vital character just in DC in general now. It's like, does he
yeah,
fit within the Teen Titans anymore?
perhaps
Is it gonna
actually
be
you
like
might be right. He has
Then it'll be
ascended.
like, is Nightwing and Starfire going to be like in the animated thing? How they're the leaders per se?
Oh, do you remember that from the New 52 movies?
I don't want
Them
them to
two
be
were
like
like,
older than the rest. I want them all to be the same age.
what if they just called it Titans? There was a
They
book
could
during
just do that,
Rebirth just called Titans that had the original Titans.
but even like, like the '80s team, how it was
Yeah.
called like the New Teen Titans, and then it went to Tales of the New Teen, no, Tales of the Teen Titans, and then eventually it went to just the New Titans or something like that. Like they dropped the teen part of the name for a bit.
Yeah.
So they could just do that. They probably should just do that.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, Lanterns would be coming up too. The Green Lantern
Okay, yeah.
show.
Will that have Nathan Fillion's guy in it?
Yeah, I think he said he swears a lot in it. Or something. He says like I've said the F bomb like heaps.
Nathan Fillion was who I read Hal Jordan's voice in, so I'm gonna have to find a
He
new Hal.
voiced Hal Jordan.
He does in like, is it Justice League Doom?
I don't know which one, but yeah, he's played 2 Green Lanterns.
I saw then it says starring in Lanterns Kyle Chandler, and I was like, the kid from The Walking Dead. I think that was Chandler Riggs.
I'm excited for it. You got Hal Jordan, Jon Stewart, Guy Gardner. It's gonna be like a
James
cop
Gunn is
show.
going to produce. Cool, because I've always thought it's weird. Green Lantern, I've always thought it's such a cool idea, but other than Sinestro, I've never really been into it. Like I've read First Flight, I think it's called, where it's basically a retelling of the origin. That was dead good, but otherwise, I've not read too much.
It just feels like they're too afraid to before they were afraid to commit to like proper Green Lantern show.
Yeah, but now we've seen that they're happy to embrace the comics. Might actually come up pretty good.
Do you have a Green Lantern you're particularly looking forward to?
Sinestro. If it's before his fall, he was
Out of
Korrigan's top.
the main
Oh,
like
the main
Green
crew.
Lantern Corps.
Nah, I've never really been too asked of them all. Like, I don't mind all of them. Hal's okay. Even Kyle's okay, even though his saga was like dark times for the rest of the Green Lanterns.
I'm
Go on.
I'm looking forward to honestly just Hal Jordan getting respect again.
It really hurt him not being in the DC AU, didn't it? Like,
yeah, why did they admit it? Like even Carl Rayner was there in the Superman show.
he was in Superman, yeah. And that's weird as well, because I think you see him once in Justice League, Kyle, but no one mentions John in the Superman episode, and then later on he ends up being Earth's primary Green Lantern. The same way, I'm pretty sure...
Kilowog.
Oh, dude, yes. I'm pretty sure the Flash in the Superman episode is Barry as well. But then when we meet the Flash in Justice League, it's Wally. But get onto this for like a fan fiction idea, dude. What if the DCAU's Barry got like erased from time by Reverse Flash or some shit, and that's why Wally's always been the Flash? Maybe Wally's the only one who remembers him or some shit.
But Michael Rosenbaum didn't voice Flash, did he, in the Superman episode? Was it a different actor?
Different
And
fella.
the costume was a little bit different. He had the black outline on the oval.
Yeah. So
So
I reckon that one was Barry. And some shit must have happened.
Yeah, because he was even like, he was still had that attitude to him, but he was a bit more extreme with the attitude. Like, he was just a bit of an asshole.
Yeah.
It's because he's trying to get with Lois Lane. And then they did the race. Man, I missed that show, though. I need to rewatch it.
After watching this film, I'm about to restart Superman the Animated Series. And then I'm going to dive right into Justice League.
I love that episode where Darkseid kills that guy that looks like Jack Kirby.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was their mayor. And then they have like they had the funeral for him.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit, like this is meant to be a kid's show. You just saw this man get disintegrated.
Even like the Parasite episode's boss, the Metallo, who's being like this hitman who gets transformed. It's very like, it's probably the best you're going to get outside of the comics is Superman the Animated Series and now this film.
Plus, they made Livewire, which is
they created him, mate, and
Superman
Mercy
villain, and Mercy too. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Those shows actually were creative.
Does Silver Banshee ever appear in Superman the Animated Series or Justice League?
I think so. I don't remember her in the Superman show. I wonder if they're gonna do like the romance thing if they ever introduce Silver Banshee.
This says she was in. It's come up with a fella. DC Animated. Okay, yeah, I think she's briefly in the Legion of Doom, but I don't think she says or does anything. I think she's just background, like Heatwave.
You know, I do like how this movie.
Star Sapphire kills her. Oh,
when?
Spoilers. When the Legion of Doom has like a civil war, she's screaming at Heatwave, and then Star Sapphire comes up behind her and just cracks her on the head and kills her. Jesus H.
Mate, I was watching that one Justice League I was telling you before, like when they became the Justice Lords.
Ah, love it.
But I love
what
how
Injustice wishes it was.
But I love how like Superman works with Lex. And then Lex is like, oh, it'd be so easy to kill you right now. But a deal's a deal. And then in exchange, he gets pardoned from his crimes. And then I love how like the evil Justice League happened because Lex was president. And then the story ends with Superman freeing Lex of his charges and inspiring him basically, to become president. Like, oh, the fucking like full circle moment.
DCAU Lex is just absolute legendary, mate.
Clancy
in that
Brown,
bit
you can't beat Clancy Brown.
The whole DCAU, everyone loves it, obviously, but it still doesn't get enough credit for being how sick it is. Like, that bit where he's beating the shit out of the Question, and he's like, I spent $20 billion on a presidential campaign just to tick Superman off. It's just boss. The whole, like, Justice League as a whole needs to be put in a museum or something as the prime example on how to adapt comics.
I also just I feel like Nicholas Hoult will have the best chance to replicate the best qualities of Lex.
Yeah.
And he already did anyway in this film. Like, there were so many scenes of like, this man is Lex Luthor. They asked him in an interview, they're like, oh, what are your hopes, for Lex Luthor in the DCU? And then like Nicholas Hoult says to destroy Superman. He's just constantly in character.
Luthor's so powerful, he's corrupted Nicholas Holt's mind across the friggin' universe.
This is all part of his master plan.
Yeah. It's gonna come out in like 20 years that Luthor sent a probe from his dimension into ours to ruin Superman's name, but they've ended up making an actually good movie accidentally. Because hope perseveres.
And because like he just made Nicholas Hoult like the best Lex, everyone's like, "Oh my god, he's great." It wasn't acting, mate. It was all real.
That was it. Final words then. How many times have you watched it in the cinema?
3 times.
3 times. And
Don't put it past me to
defo
watch it again, mate.
having the DVD. Get it while you can. As we said, it's been so long since we've had good Superman content. You know what? My final thing I want to say is I'm glad we seem to finally be coming out of this evil Superman phase the world's been in since like 2011. Like Injustice, The Boys, all that Brightburn, all
Omni-Man.
that shit. Yeah, Omni-Man. Get rid of it all, mate. Let's get back to having a bit of fucking hope.
That's the thing as well is, like, we finally have a good film. We need to enjoy it while we can. That's why, like,
Yeah.
I want to see it as much as, like, if I have a chance, I'm seeing it again. I've pre-ordered the 4K, the Steelbook when that comes out.
Nice.
Finally have a movie to be happy to watch.
It's a weird feeling.